downfield, and the receiver is wide open. Second left, Levin sees it. Knocks it in. Across the 20, to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown, Blackhawk Horns. Good afternoon and welcome to River Ridge High School in Hatch Grove. A bit of a later start for high school baseball on Driftless Sports Network. Our feature matchup is a non-conference matchup between the Seneca Royals and the River Ridge Timberwolves. Tyler Dictanis with you behind home plate Getting ready for the action. The River Ridge defense is already out on the field and warming up. So let's get right into the starting lineups for both teams. The Seneca Royals will be batting first. They come into this game with a record of 8-2 overall. They are 6-1 in the Ridge and Valley Conference. Currently ranked the number 15th ranked team in the state in Division 4. Their batting order goes like this. Batting first, the shortstop, number 3, Gage Wall. Batting second, the catcher, number 21, Caden Roberts. Batting third, the center fielder, number 2, Jackson Konachek. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 12, Sawyer Swigum. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 7, Hunter Hagensick. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 6, Preston Kuhnke. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 10, Anthony Kaya. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 8, Sam Gallagher. And rounding out the batting order for Seneca, the pitcher, number 9, Jax Wall. Again, the batting order for Seneca, Gage Wall, Roberts, Konachek, Swigum, Hagensick, Kuhnke, Kaya, Gallagher, Jax Wall. That's the batting order for the Seneca Royals, and Gage Wall steps into the box right away, and we're going to get things going here at River Ridge High School. On the bump, dealing out the Frugal Floozies' first pitch is Cale Koenig, and the first pitch is going to be a called strike. First pitch brought to you by Frugal Floozies, bringing you the latest deals to save you money. One ground ball over to the third base side. Count quickly goes to 0-2. Gage Wall in the season batting .400, has an OPS of 1.079, 9 RBIs, 2 strikeouts, and 7 stolen bases on the season. The 0-2 pitch goes high for ball 1. The defensive lineman for River Ridge in the outfield from left to right, Cam Reynolds, Noah Copsey, and Aaron Bedward. And we'll get to the rest of the lineup. And that is a backwards K, a called strike 3, 1 away in the top of the first inning. From third to first, it'll be Alan Hernandez, Blake Reynolds, Reese Drew, and Jack White. Brandon Davis is catching for today's starting pitcher, number 11, Cale Koenig, coming into this game with 20 innings pitched. This one popped up, and it will be caught by Reynolds right between the pitcher's mound and second base. And just like that, 2 away in the top of the first inning. Jackson Konachek comes out to the dish, the starting center fielder for the Seneca Royals, and umpire makes a loud strike 1 call. Konachek on the season batting .433, has an OPS of 1.160. Swing and a miss, it's strike 2. Koenig with the nod, and the righty delivers. Just missed outside for ball 1. On the season for Cale Koenig, 20 innings pitched, has a 2-2 record, 17 walks, 32 strikeouts, a 1.40 ERA. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout, pop out, strikeout. The Seneca Royals go down in order, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Through half an inning, Seneca nothing, River Ridge nothing. High school baseball on DSN. Let's get to the batting order for the River Ridge Timberwolves. Their batting order goes like this. Leading off, the center fielder, number 22, Noah Copsey. Batting second, the pitcher, number 11, Cale Koenig. Batting third, the shortstop, number 24, Blake Reynolds. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 5, Alan Hernandez. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 18, Aaron Bedward. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 7, Jack White. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 10, Brandon Davis. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 9, Draven Morris. He will bat in place of the second baseman, number 13, Reese Drew. And running out the batting order for River Ridge, it'll be the left fielder, number 3, Cam Reynolds. Again, Noah Copsey, Koenig, Reynolds, Hernandez, Bedward, White, Davis, Morris, Reynolds. That's the batting order for the River Ridge Timberwolves as we begin the bottom of the first inning. Seneca went 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the inning. The defensive alignment for the Royals in the outfield from left to right, it's Gallagher, Konachek, and Kaya. And then from third to first, Kuhnke, Gage Wall, Hagensick, and Swigum. Caden Roberts will be catching for today's starting pitcher, number 9, Jax Wall. 5 2/3 innings pitched, has a 1-0 record. No walks, 5 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.24, and a whip of .353. One more warm-up pitch for Jack's Wall. Actually, one more after that. Noah Copsey waiting to take his place in the batter's box. Our baseball game today brought to you by .08. Big flavor, zero alcohol, nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find her on Facebook and Instagram. And by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. Noah Copsey, number 22, coming up to the plate for River Ridge. The Wolves coming into this game with a record of 7-5 overall. They are 6-3 in the Six Rivers, 3 games behind conference leader and number 1 ranked team in the state, Barneveld. And Copsey will dig in and await the first pitch from Jack's Wall. Wall delivers, and a ground ball over to short. Gagewall makes the play. Throw to first is in time. Copsey's retired 6-3. Brings up Cale Koenig, the starting pitcher for River Ridge. On the season, batting .500. Has an OPS of 1.675, 23 RBIs, 6 strikeouts, and 4 stolen bases. Wall gives a nod. Pitches high and inside for ball 1. Both these teams coming in with a pair of 5-inning wins from last night. And this is fouled to the backstop. Count goes to 1-1. River Ridge blew out Highland 16-0 in 5 innings. Seneca got the big win over Lafarge last night. The 1-1 to Koenig. Koenig looks at that one, and it's outside for ball 2. In the standings, Seneca is half a game behind both DeSoto and Ithaca. Seneca with a big matchup against DeSoto coming up on Thursday. And the 2-1 pitch misses outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Cale Koenig. The 3-1. Solid contact made into right center field. And that will hit the fence. Koenig will get to second base standing up. A 1-out double for Cale Koenig. Gets the first base runner on base for River Ridge. Now coming to the plate is the shortstop, number 24, Blake Reynolds. Blake Reynolds batting .462, has an OPS of 1.409. Jackswall checks the runner at second, and this one ripped into center field. That will drop for a base hit. Koenig is going to hold up at third, and runners at the corners for the Wolves. Back-to-back hits for River Ridge with 1 out. Now Alan Hernandez, the cleanup hitter, playing third base. Has a batting average of .275 and OPS of .658. Has 11 RBIs coming into this one. Trying to bring in at least 1, potentially 2, depending on the hit. First pitch is high. Throw to second. Runner is safe. Blake Reynolds gets his second stolen base of the season. 2 runners now in scoring position for the Wolves. First pitch was a ball. Count is 1-0, and the 1-0 pitch catches the outer third for strike 1. Cale Koenig, the runner at third. Blake Reynolds, the runner at second. Alan Hernandez at the plate. Aaron Bedward on deck for River Ridge in the bottom of the first. This will be chopped over to second base, and it gets through the glove of Hagenstick. That brings in a 1 run, and Reynolds will score as well. So a 2-run double for Alan Hernandez puts River Ridge on the board. River Ridge 2, Seneca nothing in the bottom of the first. Aaron Bedward, number 18, the starting right fielder, coming up to the plate. Batting average of .333 and OPS of .804. Jackswall checks the runner, and the first pitch off speed. High and inside for ball one. River Ridge 2 runs on 3 hits. Bedward rips this one over to the pitcher, and it's a slow roller, and both runners are going to be safe. An infield single for Aaron Bedward. 4 hits in a row for River Ridge. Runners at the corners. And River Ridge trying to make a statement on one of the ranked teams in the state. Jack White at the dish. Checked his swing. And the umpire says he did not go through. Count is 1-0. Jackswall deals. That one inside for ball 2. Two-0 pitch misses outside. And Jackswall is 1 pitch away from loading the bases with just 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. The 3-0. That one finds the strike zone. Count goes to 3-1. Alan Hernandez is the runner at third. Aaron Bedward, the runner at first. Jack White at the plate. Brandon Davis in the on-deck circle. And this one makes solid contact, and that will drop for a base hit in right field. Hernandez will score. Bedward holds up at second, so runners at first and second for River Ridge. 1 run comes in on the RBI single from Jack White. River Ridge 3, Seneca nothing. And a drop bunt by Brandon Davis. Jackswall will retrieve it, and the throw is offline. Another run comes in for River Ridge. And runners at the corners for the Wolves again. So River Ridge 4, Seneca nothing. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And Coach Shepard wants to talk things over with his team. And while they sort things out, we'll tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by NG Coffee House, a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. Casco Kids Zone invites you to see Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. The fair runs from July 9th through the 12th. For more details, go to theKewaunee.com. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Now up to the plate is Draven Morris. 107 batting average on the season of .466 OPS. He's the designated hitter in place of Reese Drew. And the first pitch, believe that's a ball. Morris looks at that one. Runner takes off for second, and the runner's out. So 2 away now in the bottom of the first. Brandon Davis is caught stealing. Jack White, the runner at third for River Ridge. 2-0 pitch. Tried to check his swing, but didn't get back in time. Count goes to 2-1. Cam Reynolds on deck. This is the 8th batter faced by Jackswall in this inning. 2-1 pitch finds the strike zone. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third for River Ridge in the bottom of the first. Ridge with a 4-run lead. The 2-2. Chopped right back. Jacks, while able to play it cleanly, throws to first in time for the out. River Ridge gets 4 runs across on 5 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Through 1 inning. It's River Ridge 4, Seneca nothing. Seneca went up 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first inning. That means due up is Sawyer Swigum, Hunter Hagensick, and Preston Kuhnke. Today's game sponsored by Martin Residential Fencing, located in Gays Mills, Wisconsin, with over a decade of experience. Austin Martin specializes in the installation of chain link, vinyl, and picket fences. He takes pride in delivering quality craftsmanship and dependable service you can trust. For pricing, quotes, or to explore the best fencing options for your property, call or text Austin at 608-412-2393. And at Bucks Ridge Saloon in Seneca, they're more than just great food and drinks. They're proud supporters of their hometown. Come grab a bite, raise a glass, and support the place we all call home. Go Royals. Sawyer Swigum coming up to the plate, batting .235 on the season, a .642 OPS, 11 RBIs, 11 strikeouts, and 3 stolen bases coming into this one. Koenig delivers the first pitch, gets away from the catcher, count is 1-0. A significantly less windier day than it was yesterday when we were at Highland for the River Ridge softball game against the Highland Cardinals. 1-0 pitch. Chopped down the first base side, but it's going to roll foul. Count goes to 1-1. Or no, they're going to say it was a fair ball. And that's going to be a ground out. So 1 away. And the first pitch is a strike to Hunter Hagensick, the starting second baseman for Seneca. Wears number 7. 185 batting average, 728 OPS. A 1 pitch misses outside to make the count 1-1. Hunter Hagensick also with 3 RBIs, 6 strikeouts, and 8 stolen bases on the campaign. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Preston Kuhnke in the on-deck circle for Seneca. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout for Cale Koenig. 2 away in the top of the second. Now Preston Kuhnke, starting third baseman, batting .200 on the season, a .500 OPS, 5 RBIs, 6 strikeouts, and 6 stolen bases. First pitch is a called ball. 1-0, foul to the backstop, makes the count 1 ball, 1 strike. If Kuhnke reaches base, Anthony Kaya is in the on-deck circle for the Seneca Royals. One pitch misses high for ball 2. The 2-1. Solid contact made. Blake Reynolds fields it. Throw to first. Is in time for the out. Preston Kuhnke's retired 6-3. 3 up and 3 down again for the Seneca Royals. Ground out, strikeout, ground out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Through an inning and a half, it's River Ridge 4, Seneca nothing. High school baseball on the Driftless Sports Network. Our game brought to you by Pages and Parcels in Potosi. As we head into May, it's all about celebrating the women who show up every single day, whether that's moms, teachers, nurses, or someone who's made a difference in your life. With Mother's Day, Appreciation Weeks, and graduation season right around the corner, Pages and Parcels has the perfect gifts to help you say thank you in a meaningful way. Stop in and find something special for the people who matter most at Pages and Parcels in Potosi. Also brought to you by 806 Photography, specializing in youth and high school sports with nearly 20 years of experience. From game action to team photos, they capture the moments that matter for athletes, coaches, and families. Also brought to you by Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien. Pizza Ranch is a family-friendly gathering spot that blends delicious, crave-worthy American comfort food with a heart for community. From savory creations like their famous chicken and classic sides to generous pizza and seasonal specials, they serve meals that bring people together after the game at team meals and in celebrations. Whether you're feeling for a doubleheader or gathering with teammates and fans, Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien is proud to be part of the memories on and off the field. Thank you to Steve Prestegard for this scoring update. In softball, Barneveld defeats Highland 14-0. And the Brewers and Cardinals have been rained out. So Cam Reynolds will lead things off. He'll be followed up by Noah Copsey and Cale Koenig, the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for River Ridge in the bottom of the second. First pitch gets away, and count goes to 1-0. River Ridge in that first inning, 4 runs on 5 hits. 1 error. The left one stranded, and the 1-0 pitch finds the strike zone to make the count 1-1. Jackswall deals. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Pitch dove at the last second. Reynolds stands in, awaits the 1-2. Jackswall with the nod. From the stretch, swung on and missed. A golf swing for strike 3. Ball gets away from the catcher, but the throw to first is in time for the out. Great job by Caden Roberts. First strikeout of the game for Jackswall. And back to the top of the order for River Ridge. Noah Copsey grounded out 6-3 in his first appearance back in inning number 1. Copsey looks at the first pitch. It's away for ball 1. 1-0. Copsey chops this one over to short. Gagewall trying to make the play, and he won't make the throw. Copsey gets on base with a single. 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. River Ridge with a 4-run lead. And Cale Koenig stepping into the box got things going with a double back in inning number 1. Snap throw to first. Copsey slides under the tag, and he's safe. Koenig awaits the pitch, and that finds a strike zone. No balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out for River Ridge in the bottom of the 4th. Ridge with a 4-run lead. Jackswall delivers. That finds the strike zone. Count is 0-2. Noah Copsey the runner at first. Cale Koenig at the plate. Blake Reynolds on deck for River Ridge in the bottom of the 2nd. Jackswall shakes off the first pitch, gives the nod for the 2nd. Snap throw to first. Copsey back in time. The 0-2. Chopper over to third base. Nice play by Kuhnke. Throw to second. Seneca trying to turn the double play. And the ball gets away. So Koenig grounds into a fielder's choice. 2 away in the bottom of the second. Blake Reynolds at the plate. Singled and stole a base. Back in inning number 1. First pitch is low for ball 1. One 0 pitch misses outside for ball 2. This will be chopped over to short. Gage while diving, and he can't make the throw. So another infield single for River Ridge. Blake Reynolds reaches base on his second hit. Runners at first and second for the Wolves. And that will bring up Alan Hernandez. Had a 2-run double to get the scoring started for River Ridge back in the first. Hernandez pops this one up, and it's going to be out of play. And this one ripped into the right center field gap. That drops. Cale Koenig rounds third. He will score. Reynolds holds up at third. And sliding into second is Alan Hernandez. A 1-run double for Alan Hernandez. River Ridge leading 5-0. Now Aaron Bedward lifts this one up down the right field line, and that will drop for a base hit. Reynolds scores. Hernandez will score. 2 more runs come in for River Ridge, and it's River Ridge 7, Seneca nothing in the bottom of the second. Going to call that a double. Where in this inning, River Ridge has brought 3 runs across on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And then Coach Shepard is going to make the pitching change as Jack Swall has surrendered 7 runs. And we'll see who the Royals will send on the mound. It looks like it's going to be number 2, Jackson Konachek. Konachek on the season has pitched 11 innings, has a 1-1 record, has allowed 5 walks, struck out 13, has an ERA of 0.64 and a whip of 1.182. We'll see if we get the lineup changes from the home plate umpire in just a moment. While Jackson Konachek warms up, we'll tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by .08. Big flavor, 0 alcohol, and nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find her on Facebook and Instagram. Also brought to you by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. Taking a look at some of the other games from around the area. Southwestern in front of basketball and softball, 17-2. Actually, scratch that. Game Changer just updated on me. Judah Albany leading River Ridge in softball 5-0. In the game behind me here at River Ridge High School. New Glarus Monticello leading Potosi Cassville in softball 10-4 the score. Riverdale in front of New Lisbon in softball 5-1. Barneveld in front of Parkview 7-0. Mineral Point in front of Iowa Grant 4-0. Darlington with a 5-4 lead on Cuba City in baseball. So Konachek goes from center field to the pitching spot. And the first pitch from the lefty finds the strike zone. Count is 0-1 to Jack White. Runner at second for River Ridge. This one chopped over to the third base side. Kuhnke makes the play. Throw to first is in time for the out. Jack White's retired 6-3, but River Ridge 3 runs across on 4 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. River Ridge leads Seneca 7-0. Heading into the top of the third inning, it'll be Anthony Kaya, Sam Gallagher, and Jack Swall due up for the Seneca Royals. Heading into the top of the third. Our game today brought to you by NG Coffee House, a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. Casco Kids Zone invites you to see Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. The fair runs from July 9th through the 12th. For more information, go to Kewaunee.com. Anthony Kaya comes up to the plate. Kaya batting .500 on the season, has an OPS of 1.167, and the first pitch is a strike. Cale Koenig has struck out 3 of the first 6 batters he's faced. Skips that one in the dirt to make the count 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. The deal from Koenig misses high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter in the top of the third inning, Anthony Kaya. Sam Gallagher in the on-deck circle. He'll be followed up by Jack Swall. The 2-2 finds the strike zone, a backwards K, another called strike 3. 4th strikeout for Koenig. Brings up Sam Gallagher. Sam Gallagher, the starting left fielder. 240 batting average, 646 OPS. Lefty batter looks at the first pitch, and it's going to be a called strike, clipping the inner third. Gallagher out of the box, now back in. Gallagher chops this one over to second base. Reese Drew makes the play, throw to first, and it's in time for the out. Sam Gallagher's retired 4-3, 2 away. And now Jack Swall was the starting pitcher. Coming into this one, I believe he's back out in center field. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch, that's low for ball 2. And a loud chopper will find its way into shallow right for a base hit. Jack Swall with the first base hit for the Seneca Royals. Seneca has a base runner at first. We're back to the top of the order with Gage Wall, struck out looking back in the first inning. Gage Wall in the first game of the season recorded his 100th career hit and lifts this one into deep left field. That'll drop for a base hit. It's going to roll to the fence. Cam Reynolds trying to chase it, throws it back into the infield. Jax Wall rounding third. He's going to slide home safely, and a rundown between second and third. Throw to second base. Gage Wall gets back in time. So an RBI double puts Seneca on the board, 1-0, or excuse me, 7-1. Runner at second with 2 outs. 1 run on 2 hits on this inning. Caden Roberts popped out in inning number 1. And that pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0 misses high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Caden Roberts. Jackson Konachek in the on-deck circle. Gage Wall is the runner at second. And this one lifted down the first base side. It'll be Reese Drew, going to call everyone off, and backing up will make the catch. Seneca leaves 1 stranded, but they do bring 1 across, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left on base. Through 2.5 innings. It's Seneca trailing River Ridge 7-1, high school baseball on DSN. A broadcast brought to you by Pages and Parcels in Potosi. As we head into May, it's all about celebrating the women who show up every single day, whether that's moms, teachers, nurses, or someone who's made a difference in your life. With Mother's Day, Appreciation Weeks, and graduation season right around the corner, Pages and Parcels has the perfect gift to help you say thank you in a meaningful way. Stop in and find something special for the people who matter most at Pages and Parcels in Potosi. Martin Residential Fencing, located in Gaze Mills. With over a decade of experience, Austin Martin specializes in the installation of chain link, vinyl, and picket fences. Austin takes pride in delivering quality craftsmanship and dependable service you can trust. For pricing, quotes, or to explore the best fencing options for your property, call or text Austin at 608-412-2393. And at Bucks Ridge Saloon in Seneca, they're more than just great food and drinks. They're proud supporters of their hometown. Come grab a bite, raise a glass, and support the place we call home. Go Royals. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Konachek on the mound for Seneca after taking over for the starter Jax Wall. Leading off for River Ridge, it'll be Brandon Davis, followed by Draven Morris and Cam Reynolds, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the order for River Ridge. Ridge got 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning, 3 runs on 4 hits in the second. Seneca just scored its first run in the top half of the 3rd frame. 1 run on 2 hits. And the lefty deals to Davis, and he swings and misses at strike 1. The 0-1. This one lifted into right field, and that drops for a hit. Davis rounds first, heading to second. And he's going to pull up at second base with a stand-up double to lead off the top or the bottom of the 3rd. Davis reaches base for the 2nd time in this game, reached on an error back in the 1st inning. And now Draven Morris grounded out 1-3 to end the 1st inning. Stands in, and the lefty awaits the first pitch from the lefty Konachek. And that's it hit off the bat of Draven Morris. Morris was ducking to get away from it, and the ball landed fair. Davis moves to third. Kind of an unconventional sacrifice bunt. Whatever. Draven Morris. Going back, I guess he got the job done. Moves Brandon Davis 90 feet away from scoring. Now Cam Reynolds struck out to lead off the top half of the second inning. And that one's high and away for ball one. The 1-0 misses outside for ball two. That one's in the dirt for ball three. 3 balls, no strikes to Cam Reynolds, the number 9 hitter in the order, and then we'll go back to the top with Noah Copsey. Here's the pitch. Finds the strike zone right down the middle. Count goes to 3-1. The 3-1. Hit back to the pitcher. Goes through the glove of Gage Wall. And that will bring in Brandon Davis. An infield single for Cam Reynolds. And now Noah Copsey comes up. Copsey looks at the first pitch, eye level for ball one. Cam Reynolds the runner at first. River Ridge now leading 8-1. And Copsey lifts this one to the backstop to make the count 1-1. One pitch swung on and missed. Throw back to first. Runners out. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cam Reynolds just got thrown out at first, so nobody on base for River Ridge. And Noah Copsey looks at that pitch away for ball 2. 2-2 the count. River Ridge has scored in every inning. That pitch is low. Count is full, 3-2. One strike away from the inning ending. 1 ball away from the inning continuing, and Copsey swings and misses at strike 3. One run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. River Ridge leading 8-1. At the end of the third inning, high school baseball on the Driftless Sports Network. It's brought to you by Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien, a family-friendly gathering spot that blends delicious, crave-worthy American comfort food with a heart for community. From savory creations like their famous chicken and classic sides to generous pizzas and seasonal specials, they serve meals that bring people together after the game, at team meals, and in celebrations. Whether you're filling up for a doubleheader or gathering with teammates and fans, Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien is proud to be part of the memories made on and off the field. We go to the top of the 4th. Jackson Konachek will lead things off for Seneca. He'll be followed up by Sawyer Swigum and Hunter Hagensick. Konachek struck out to end the first inning. Gail Koenig pitching has struck out 4. Swing and a miss at the first pitch for strike 1. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Doctors Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Another swing and a miss at strike 2 for Jackson Konachek. And Konachek follows this one to the backstop, protecting the plate. Count stays at 0-2. Konachek started the game at center field. He is now the pitcher. The 0-2. And that is a called strike 3. Five strikeouts for Gail Koenig, 1 away in the top of the 4th. River Ridge leading 8-1. Sawyer Swigum at the dish. That one sails high for ball 1. 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. Some scoring updates. Final Mineral Point, 12, Cuba City 4 in softball. And that's going to be a ball as Sawyer Swigum had to duck away from that. 3-0 count. Koenig deals. That one catches the strike zone to make the count 3-1. Sawyer Swigum grounded out to lead off the top of the 2nd inning. And that pitch is low for ball 4, and the first walk issued by Gail Koenig on the game. 1 on, 1 out in the top half of the 4th inning. River Ridge 8, Seneca 1. Hunter Hagen sick. Coming up to the dish, he was a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Home plate umpire putting his mask on, and Koenig set to deal the first pitch to Hagensick in this at bat. And lifts this one over the backstop and out of play. Count goes to 0-1. Brought to you by 806 Photography, specializing in youth and high school sports with nearly 20 years of experience. From game action to team photos, they capture the moments that matter to athletes, coaches, and families. A 1 pitch, misses the strike zone to make the count 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Clips the outer third of the strike zone to make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hunter Hagensick. Preston Kuhnke in the on-deck circle for the Seneca Royals. Koenig checks the runner at first, and time called by the home plate umpire. Hagensick steps out of the box, now back in. The 1-2. Solid contact made and finds its way into shallow left field. Runners at first and second. And some offense starting to come alive for the Seneca Royals in the top of the 4th inning. Preston Kuhnke grounded out 6-3 in inning number 2. He's got runners at first and second, trying to dig out of this 7-run deficit. Koenig looks at second, deals the first pitch, misses high for ball 1. The 1-0. Lifts this one up and over the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sawyer Swigum, the runner at second. Hunter Hagensick, the runner at first. Preston Kuhnke at the plate. Anthony Kaya on deck. This is chopped over to second base. And Reynolds will toss it over to third for the force out. A fielder's choice. And that will keep runners at first and second. And Anthony Kaya at the plate. Kaya struck out looking back in the third inning. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Count is 0-1. Koenig deals, swing and a miss, strike two. Try to smash that one high. The 0-2. Missed outside for ball one. 1-2 strike. Runners at first and second for Seneca. And that is a called strike three. 6 strikeout thrown by Cale Koenig. Seneca leaves 2 stranded, no runs. 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. Midway through the 4th inning, River Ridge 8, Seneca 1, high school baseball on DSN. The game today brought to you by Pages and Parcels in Potosi. As we head into May, it's all about celebrating the women who show up every single day, whether that's moms, teachers, nurses, or someone who's made a difference in your life. With Mother's Day, Appreciation Weeks, and graduation season right around the corner, Pages and Parcels has the perfect gifts to help you say thank you in a meaningful way. Stop in and find something special for the people who matter most at Pages and Parcels in Potosi. Casco Kids Zone invites you to see Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. The fair runs from July 9th through the 12th. For more details, go to Kewaunee.com. NG Coffee House is a cozy small town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. River Ridge leading 8-1. Ridge has 8 runs on 11 hits. Seneca 1 run on 3 hits. Due up for River Ridge, it's Cale Koenig, Blake Reynolds, and Alan Hernandez. Koenig hit a double in the first inning, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. And it looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound. Yep, now pitching for Seneca will be number 18, Hayden Alvarado. Has not pitched yet at all this season. And Koenig looks at the first pitch in the dirt. Count is 1-0. So Konachek checks out of the game. Jackswell started for Seneca. And that one's low for ball 2. I would imagine Seneca kind of saving their big guns for the matchup that they have on Thursday. And that one sails high for ball 3. Seneca taking on DeSoto on Thursday. DeSoto, the number 7th ranked team in the state. Currently tied atop with Ithaca at the top of the Ridge and Valley Conference heading into today's action. And that one hits him. A hit by pitch puts Koenig on base. One on, nobody out for River Ridge. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Ridge leads 8-1. Blake Reynolds at the dish. Singled in both the first and second innings. Also had a stolen base back in inning number 1. First pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. Alvarado has yet to find the strike zone since taking over on the bump. And that one sails high for ball 2. Kale Koenig on first after being hit by a pitch. 2-0 count to Blake Reynolds at the plate. Reynolds chops this one, and it's going to bounce through the glove of Gage Wall. Koenig holds up at second. Another single for Blake Reynolds. He's 3 for 3. Runners at first and second for River Ridge. And that brings up Alan Hernandez. Had RBI doubles in the first and second innings. Brought in 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And the first pitch is a strike. The 0-1. This one popped up and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to Alan Hernandez. Cale Koenig, the runner, at second. Blake Reynolds, the runner, at first for River Ridge. Aaron Bedward in the on-deck circle. And this is going to be ripped foul down the right field line. Count stays at 0-2. Hernandez chops this one over to second base, and the throw to first is in time for the out. A fielder's choice advances the runners to second and third, 1 away. Aaron Bedward had a single in the first, doubled in the second. Has 2 runners in scoring position, with Ridge leading 8-1 in the bottom of the 4th. And pitch is low for ball 1. The pitch sails high. Great job by the catcher, Caden Roberts, from letting that one get away. Aiden Alvarado set to deal. This will be chop foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cale Koenig, the runner, at third. Blake Reynolds, the runner, at second for River Ridge. Jack White is on deck. And Bedward able to check his swing. 3-1. Pitch from Alvarado. Misses outside for ball 4. Bases are loaded. Three on, 1 out. And the catcher, Caden Roberts, wants to talk things over with Alvarado. Our game is brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brandon Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Jack White comes to the plate with bases loaded. Jack White has 4 RBIs coming into this game, and that one's high for ball 1. Jack White had an RBI single back in the first inning and then grounded out 5-3. And the count quickly goes to 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Jack White has to duck away from it, but the runners will hold. Ball got away from the catcher, Roberts. Now Alvarado, ball away from walking in a run. 3-0 count to Jack White. Brandon Davis on deck for River Ridge. 3-0 pitch, High and inside for ball 4. And a run comes in. One run has come across. River Ridge with one hit in the inning. A hit by pitch, single, fielder's choice, walk, walk. And now Brandon Davis at the plate. Reached on an error in the first inning, had a double in the third inning. Looks at the first pitch, and it's going to be a called strike. The 0-1 pitch finds the strike zone, count is 0-2. Alvarado able to find the strike zone the last couple pitches. Deals the 0-2, and Brandon Davis pops this one up, and Gage Wall with the basket catch, and the runners will hold up. Two away. Now Draven Morris grounded out 1-3 in the first inning. Had an inadvertent sacrifice bunt as the ball hit off his bat, and that one behind Morris. Count is 1-0. One 0 pitch misses high for ball 2. Two 0 pitch misses away. 3-0 the count. Draven Morris at the plate with the bases loaded. Three 0 pitch finds the inner third for strike 1. Draven Morris has 3 RBIs coming into this game. And that one's low and away for ball 4. A run is walked in. River Ridge 10, Seneca 1. Bases still loaded. Cam Reynolds will come up. Struck out in the second, had a single in the third. He's 1 for 2. That was high for ball 1. Bedward is the runner at third. Jack White the runner at second. Draven Morris the runner at first. All of those runners reached by walk. This will be chopped over to short. Gage Wall able to make the catch and sprint to third base for the force out to end the inning. River Ridge does leave 3 stranded. But 2 runs come across on 1 hit. No errors. Again, 3 left on base. River Ridge 10, Seneca 1. At the end of 4 innings, high school baseball on DSN, brought to you by Martin Residential Fencing, located in Gays Mills, and with over a decade of experience, Austin Martin specializes in the installation of chain link, vinyl, and picket fences. He takes pride in delivering quality craftsmanship and dependable service you can trust. For pricing, quotes, or to explore the best fencing options for your property, call or text Austin at 608-412-2393. And at Bucks Ridge Saloon in Seneca, they're more than just great food and drinks. They're proud supporters of their hometown. Come grab a bite, raise a glass, and support the place we all call home. Go Royals. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Sam Gallagher will lead off. Jax Wall will bat second, and then we go back to the top of the order with Gage Wall. And the first pitch is a strike. Kel Koenig still on the mound for River Ridge, has 6 strikeouts, has only walked 1 batter. That one sails high for ball 1. Seneca's only run came in the third inning thanks to the RBI double by Gage Wall that scored Jax Wall. The 1-0 pitch is in the dirt to make the count 2-1. River Ridge has scored in every inning, 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. That would fall back to the backstop to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sam Gallagher grounded out 4-3 back in the third inning. And a very loud hit. Diving is Reese Drew, unable to field it. And it will be a leadoff single for Sam Gallagher. One on with nobody out. In the top of the fifth, Seneca trying to dig out of a 9-run deficit. Snap throw to first, runners back in time. Jaxwell at the plate, 1 for 1. Had the first hit of the game for Seneca and follows this one to the backstop. Count goes to 0-1. Jaxwell singled and then scored. He's got a runner at first, and the 0-1 pitch misses inside for ball 1. This one chopped back to the pitcher, and it'll be Reynolds, unable to field it cleanly, bobbled it. And we're going to say Jaxwell reaches on an error. So an E6 puts runners at first and second, and back to the top of the order with Gage Wall. Had the RBI double back in the third. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. This one popped up, and it's going to go over the backstop and thankfully away from the fans. 1 ball, 1 strike. The ball gets away from the catcher, Davis, and the runners will advance to second and third. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike on the wild pitch. And Gage Wall pops this one up. Shallow left. It will be Cam Reynolds able to field it, throws it back to the infield, and the runners will stay put. So Gage Wall flies out to left. Caden Roberts coming up to the plate. Popped out in the first. Popped out to second base. Back in the third. And the first pitch is going to be a called strike. And he gives the nod, deals the pitch, swung on a miss for strike 2. Koenig deals, misses outside for ball 1. Koenig looking for his 7th strikeout. Roberts looking for his first hit. And the 1-2 pitch misses high for ball 2. 2-2 the count, runners at second and third. And that is a called strike 3. Seventh strikeout thrown by Koenig, 2 away in the top of the 5th. River Ridge leading 10-1. And the first pitch to Konachek. Misses for ball one. Konachek looks at that one eye level for ball two. This is a big at bat because if Seneca wants to extend this game, they need to come through with a big hit here to pad some runs, because if River Ridge scores in the bottom half of this inning, the game will end on the 10-run rule. And that is a called strike on the 3-0 pitch. Time called, and Brandon Davis going to head to the mound, as does Coach Redmond for River Ridge. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third for the Seneca Royals. And I believe we are going to see a potential pitching change here, and it looks like it's going to be Alan Hernandez. Alan Hernandez has pitched 7 innings on the season, has an 0-1 record, has walked 10, struck out 5, has an ERA of 5, and a whip of 1.714. While Hernandez warms up, I'll tell you that our game is brought to you by Pizza Ranch and Prairie du Chien, a family-friendly gathering spot that blends delicious, crave-worthy American comfort food with a heart for community. From savory creations like their famous chicken and classic sides to generous pizza and seasonal specials, they serve meals that bring people together after the game at team meals and in celebrations. Whether you're feeling up for a doubleheader or gathering with teammates and fans, Pizza Ranch and Prairie du Chien is proud to be part of the memories made on and off the field. Also brought to you by 806 Photography, specializing in youth and high school sports. With nearly 20 years of experience from game action to team photos, they capture the moments that matter for athletes, coaches, and families. Also by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. And by .08, big flavor, zero alcohol, and nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find her on Facebook and Instagram. Hernandez will pitch. Reynolds moves to third. Koenig to short. Sam Gallagher, the runner at third. Jackswell, the runner at second for Seneca. Konachek at the plate. If he reaches base, Sawyer Swigham's on deck. And that pitch finds the strike zone to make the count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez with the nod. Payoff pitch in the dirt for ball 4. Bases are loaded. First pitch is low for ball 1. Seneca trailing by 9. Trying to do their best to extend this game. Hernandez deals. Swiggum able to check his swing. 2-0 count. Sawyer Swiggum grounded out in the second, was walked in the fourth. The 2-0, low for ball 3. Now Alan Hernandez having a hard time finding the strike zone. Low for ball 4, and a run is walked in. So Seneca adds another run. It's 10-2. River Ridge in front of the Seneca Royals. With Hunter Hagensick at the dish. Struck out in the second, singled in the fourth. Hernandez deals, and this will hook foul down the left field line. Seneca making things interesting in the top half of the fifth inning. Low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Big moment for Hunter Hagensick at the plate. Hernandez with the delivery. Low for ball 2. Final score in baseball, Fenimore over Basketball, 13-2. Hernandez with the 2-1 to Hagensick. Finds the strike zone right down Broadway. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. A called strike 3. Alan Hernandez gets the strikeout. Seneca leaves the bases loaded. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base. In the middle of the 5th inning, River Ridge leads Seneca 10-2 on our high school baseball broadcast on Driftless Sports Network. Some scoring updates we can tell you about. We mentioned Fenimore over Basketball, 13-2 in baseball. Barneveld defeats Parkview, 10-0. Potosi Castle over Monticello Albany, 13-3 in baseball. Softball final score, Dodgeville over Platteville, 5-4. In baseball, Mineral Point over Iowa Grant, 4-2. Softball, Argyle Blackhawk 12, Pecatonica nothing. Baseball, Dodgeville was leading Platteville 3-0. And Gage Wall is on the mound for Seneca. Seeing his first pitching action. And thank you to Steve Prestegard for this final. Dodgeville over Platteville, 5-0 the final. Gage Wall pitching on the season, has pitched 8 1/3 innings, has a 0-1 record, has walked 2, struck out 4, has an ERA of 1.68 and a whip of 1.080. Noah Copsey will lead things off for River Ridge. Grounded out 6-3 in the first, had a single in the second, struck out looking in the third. Two runs in this inning by River Ridge will end the game. And the heavy hitters coming up to the plate. Gage Wall deals the first pitch. It's in the dirt. Nearly skips over the backstop. Count is 1-0. Pitch, and this one lifted into shallow right. And the second baseman, I think that was Hagensick making that catch. 1 away. Gail Koenig steps in, had a double in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the second, was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. And follows this one back to the backstop to make the count 0-1. And Koenig powers this one into shallow center field, and that will be caught by Jackson Konachek. And quickly, 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Blake Reynolds 3 for 3, singles in all of his at-bats in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th innings. The pitch from Wall skipped into the dirt before reaching home plate. Count is 1-0. River Ridge on the game. 4 runs in the 1st inning, 3 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. And this one lifted in foul territory down the right field line. And it will be caught for the final out of the inning. The Wolves go down in order in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the 6th. It's River Ridge 10, Seneca 2. High school baseball on DSN. Update in baseball, Belmont over Schulzburg-Benton 9-3. And we will have another pitching change for River Ridge. It'll be Jack White. Jack White has pitched 9 1/3 innings, has a 0-1 record. 5 walks, 8 strikeouts, an ERA of 5.25, and a whip of 1.607. The next 3 games for Seneca, they had the big one with DeSoto coming up on Thursday. Friday, they are at Viroqua in a non-conference matchup, and then Monday, they host Wazeeka-Steuben. River Ridge, after this game, they have a non-conference game where they host the Basketball Bulldogs. Friday, they are at Monticello, Albany, and then back home Monday against Pecatonica, trying to avenge a 6-5 loss. Their first loss of the season, and I'll be on the call of that game on Monday on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. So Jack White is on the mound. Cale Koenig moves to first. Alan Hernandez back to third. That moves Reynolds back to short. Preston Kuhnke to lead things off for Seneca. Fouls off the first pitch to make the count 0-1. White deals. It's in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. This one powered down the left field line. Is it going to stay fair? No, it's going to go foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter of the inning. Preston Kuhnke, he'll be followed up by Anthony Kaya and Sam Gallagher. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Seneca in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Or no, they're going to say foul ball. So the count stays at 1-2. Jackson White shakes it off and now gives the nod. And time called by the home plate umpire. Count is still 1-2. White winds up, delivers. This will be chop foul. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. White shakes out the first pitch, now gives the nod for the second, delivers. That one's low for ball 2. Just missed the strike zone. That one misses away, and the count is full, 3-2. The payoff. This is outside for ball 4. Leadoff batter for Seneca reaches base in the top of the 6th, trailing by 8. Brings up Anthony Kaya. Struck out looking in both his at-bats in the 3rd and 4th innings. Jack White checks the runner at first. Deals the pitch. And that is a strike. The 0-1. Low for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. Misses outside for ball 2. Swing and a miss at strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Anthony Kaya. Kaya trying to avoid being struck out for a 3rd time in this game. And chops this one over to second base, and it's going to get through the glove of Reese Drew. Two runners on for Seneca in the top half of the 6th inning. A walk and a single. Brings up Sam Gallagher. Grounded out 4-3 in the 3rd and had a single in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. Lefty batter on righty pitcher. The first pitch sails high for ball 1. And that's going to be a called strike. That one just clipped the inner 3rd. Sam Gallagher turned away from it. The 1-1. That's a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sam Gallagher. Preston Kuhnke, the runner at 2nd. Anthony Kaya, the runner at 1st. Check swing. Did he go? I'm going to say he didn't go all the way through. Count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 3, and the runners will take off. Runners advance on the wild pitch. And Gallagher falls off the payoff pitch. We'll do it again. Two runners in scoring position for Seneca. In the top of the 6th, trailing by 8. The 3-2. Solid contact made. Reynolds able to field it. Throws to first. Runner's going to be safe. 1 run comes in. And it's River Ridge 10, Seneca 3. With runners at the corners for the Royals. Jack Swall at the plate. Singled in the 3rd. Reached on an error in the 5th. Pitch is a called strike, and the runner advances to 2nd uncontested. This one lifted, and it's going to go out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to Jack's Wall. That one's in the dirt. Ball gets away from Davis, but the runners will hold. One-two pitch, chopped over to the first base side. Koenig will tap first for the force out. One run comes in. So we have a runner at third for Seneca. Jackswald hits into a fielder's choice. Gagewall comes up to the plate. Struck out in the first, had an RBI double in the third, flew out to left field in the fifth. Looks at the first pitch. And that is a called ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And Gagewall lifts this one into deep left field. It's carrying. And they're going to say it's in the park. 1 run comes in. And just like that, Seneca makes it a 10-5 ball game on the RBI double by Gagewall. Caden Roberts at the plate, popped out in the first, flew out in the third, struck out looking in the fifth. Tips the first pitch. Count goes to 0-1. And there's only 1 out in the inning. And Caden Roberts lifts this one into right field, and it will be caught by Bedward. Throws it back to the infield. Gagewall able to get back to second base in time as he took off before the pitch was delivered. White deals the first pitch, and it's going to be a called strike to Jackson Konachek. Runner takes off, and the pitch is fouled back to make the count 0-2. Gagewall looking to get to third base. Jack White looking back at Wall, and now deals the 0-2. Slow for ball 1. In this inning, Seneca has scored 3 runs on 2 hits, and this will be fouled off down the left field line. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Gagewall, the base runner, at second for Seneca. White with the nod, deals the pitch. And that is going to be a called strike 3. Konachek thought about swinging, didn't get the bat off the shoulder. Again, Seneca, 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. River Ridge leading Seneca 10-5. Due up for River Ridge will be Alan Hernandez, Aaron Bedward, and Jack White. Glad you're with us on Driftless Sports Network. Tyler Dictanis calling you the play-by-play from behind home plate here at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. The temperature has dropped significantly since the start of the game. Bit of a later start. Game was originally slated for 5 o'clock, but moved to 5:30. That being requested by the Seneca side. Sun is setting behind the Seneca dugout. As the Wolves will come up to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Our next game on DSN will be on Friday. We'll have softball from Highland. It'll be the Highland Cardinals taking on the Belmont Braves. It'll be 5 o'clock on DSN. On Thursday, we'll have a game on Queen Bee Radio. High school softball, Platteville at River Valley. That'll be on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, technology permitting. Got another game Monday here at River Ridge for baseball. The Wolves will host Pecatonica. I'll have the call of that on Monday on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. You can check out the full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at am1590wpvl.com. Alan Hernandez at the plate. Had a 2-run double in the first, a 1-run double in the second, and hit into a fielder's choice in the fourth. Gage Wall deals the first pitch. It's away for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Hernandez tried to chase that one high. Gage Wall still on the mound for Seneca. Delivers the 1-1. Solid contact made and finds its way into left field. Base hit. Alan Hernandez officially 3 for 4, making his case for our player of the game. Aaron Bedward at the plate, singled in the first, doubled in the second, was walked in the fourth. He's reached base all 3 times. Bedward swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1. Slow grounder on the third base side, but it's going to be foul. Count goes to 0-2. Aaron Bedward at the plate. Jack White on deck. Gage Wall throws to first. And Hernandez gets back in time. The 0-2 from Wall. Gonna be lifted foul over the backstop, out of play. We'll do it again. Reminder that you can vote for the MVP of today's game by scanning the QR code on the screen on the lower right corner. I'll bring up the link tree for you to find the Google form to fill out. Make your voice heard. 0-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. And a great reaction by Caden Roberts to keep the ball in front of him and hold Hernandez at first base. One-two pitch from Wall. And that's going to be a called strike 3. Aaron Bedward strikes out looking. 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Jack White coming up to the dish. Had an RBI single in the first, grounded out 5-3 in the second, and was walked in the 4th inning. Jack White pops this one up. And it will be caught by the shortstop, Jack's Wall. Jack White pops out. 2 away. Hernandez, the base runner at first. Brandon Davis at the plate. Reached on an error in the first. Doubled in the third. Popped out to short in the 4th inning. Gage Wall deals. It's high for ball 1. Gage Wall deals. Golf swing attempt by Davis. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Davis swings and misses at strike 2. Snap throw to first. Hernandez back in time. Agewell with the 1-2. Swung on a miss for strike 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Last chance for the Seneca Royals. We go to the top of the 7th. River Ridge leading 10-5. Thanks again to all of our sponsors tonight. .08, the Frugal Floozies, NG Coffee House, Casco Kids Zone, Pages and Parcels in Potosi, Pizza Ranch and Prairie du Chien, Grant Regional Health Center, 806 Photography, Martin Residential Fencing, and Bucks Ridge Saloon. All sponsors of our high school baseball broadcast tonight. Jack White is back on the bump for River Ridge. He will try and close it out. Sawyer Swigum, Hunter Hagensick, and Preston Kuhnke are due up in the top of the 7th inning. Ridge jumped out to an 8-run lead. Or excuse me, a 7-run lead before Seneca got on the board. It was 7-1 after 3 innings. Ridge would add 2 more to make it 9-1. Seneca would score a run in the 5th, and then add 3 more in the top of the 6th. River Ridge has scored 4 runs in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. River Ridge with 10 runs on 13 hits. Seneca with 5 runs on 5 hits. Sawyer Swigum at the plate. Swigum swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Swigum grounded out in the 2nd and was walked in the 4th and 5th innings. Swigum swings and misses at strike 2. No 2, swung on a miss for strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 away in the top of the 7th. Hunter Hagensick. He's 1 for 3. Struck out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, struck out in the 5th. And the first pitch catches the outer third for strike 1. The 0-1 from White. That finds the strike zone. 5 straight strikes thrown by Jack White to open up the top of the 7th. A defensive swing, grounded back to White. He'll throw to first, and it's in time for the out. Seneca down to its last out. Preston Kuhnke will try and keep the game alive for the Royals. Grounded out 6-3 in the 2nd, hit into a fielder's choice in the 4th, was walked in the 6th, and powers this one into right center field, and that will drop for a base hit. 2-out single in the top of the 7th extends the game for Seneca. Now Hayden Alvarado will come to bat. Alvarado batting .375 on the season. Has struck out 3 times. Looks at the first pitch. It's low for ball 1. Alvarado Lifts this one up down the first base side, and it's going to go out of play. Count is 1-1 to Hayden Alvarado. Caden Roberts on deck if he reaches base. And that pitch just misses outside for ball 2. Alvarado batting in place of Anthony Kaya. And this one fouled off for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out, top of the 7th. Jack White trying to close the deal for River Ridge. The 2-2. This one powered down the right field line, and it will be caught by Koenig at first base to end the ball game. River Ridge defeats Seneca 10-5. In the top half of the 7th inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. The final line score, River Ridge scores 10 runs. On 13 hits. Have them down for 1 error. And they left 6 on base. The Seneca Royals score 5 runs. On 7 hits. 1 error. And they left 8 stranded. Alan Hernandez is our player of the game. Going 3 for 4 on the day. Pitching on the game for River Ridge, Koenig pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of those runs earned, 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. Jack White has pitched 2 innings, allowed 3 hits and 3 runs, 2 of those runs earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. For the Seneca Royals, Sam Gallagher had a multi-hit game. He was 2 for 3. Jack Swall started the game, pitched 1 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits and 7 runs, 6 of those runs earned, and had 1 strikeout. Jackson Konachek would pitch in relief. He pitched 1 1/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, and 1 strikeout. Hayden Alvarado pitched 1 inning, allowed 2 runs. None of those runs were earned, and walked 3 batters. And Gagewell finished out the game pitching for Seneca with 2 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, and struck out 2 batters. River Ridge improves to 8-5 on the season. Their next game is coming up Thursday at home against Boscobel. And the Seneca Royals dropped their 3rd game of the season, 8-3 overall. And they got a big-time matchup coming up on Thursday, taking on the DeSoto Pirates in a battle for first place in the Ridge and Valley. And that'll close things up for us here at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. River Ridge, your winner over Seneca, 10-5. Thank you to Wade Winkers and the entire staff here at River Ridge High School. And before we officially sign off, we should say Judah Albany beats River Ridge 6-1 in softball this evening. Thanks to Coach Redmond and Coach Shepard for the stats, rosters, and lineups to tell you the story about both teams here tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you. Thank you for watching along. This has been High School Baseball on Driftless Sports Network. Reminder, our next game on DSN will be on Friday in softball action in the Six Rivers with Belmont heading to Highland to take on the Cardinals. We'll have softball on Thursday on Queen Bee Radio and the SWC. Platteville going to River Valley. And then on Monday, I'll be back here with ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel for River Edge taking on Pecatonica in Six Rivers baseball. From behind home plate, my name's Tyler Dictanis. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night from River Edge High School in Patch Grove.